Another installment of top 3 songs from studio albums. We're going to go with Wolfgang Van Halen's group Mammoth. The first 2 records came out as Mammoth WVH. And so Mammoth is a tribute to, I believe that was the band that I know Eddie Van Halen was in, but I think Alex Van Halen was in too before they became Van Halen. So I think this is a pretty cool tribute to his dad, but also to his uncle Alex. So with this album and the second one, probably the recent one too, I just haven't checked it out yet. Wolfgang plays all the instruments. So Eddie passed on those great musician genes to Wolfgang. One of the music videos too, I'm not remembering which song, it has Wolfgang playing each instrument in the video. So I think that's just super cool. And Wolfgang's really talented. First heard about him, his mom's Valerie Bertinelli, so heard about him. And then he was playing when Van Halen got back together with David Lee Roth and released A Different Kind of Truth. Wolfgang was playing bass. So they didn't go with Michael Anthony. They had Wolfgang playing, which for Eddie, probably super cool to have his son out there, and for Alex as well. And then I also saw Wolfgang play bass on Tremonti's, I think, second record. So Mark Tremonti's, his own band, Wolfgang was playing bass on there, and you could tell this kid has great chops. And I think anyone who plays with Van Halen's got to be, with Alex and Eddie, have to be great musicians. So when this one came out in 2021, I was pretty excited to get this. And I love Van Halen. I love Eddie Van Halen, one of my favorite guitar players. I mean, arguably the best guitar player out who's ever been alive. So I was pretty pumped. Started hearing some of the singles, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pre-ordering this record. So we'll get into my top 3 songs on this one. Quite a few to choose from, but we're going to start with number 11, You're to Blame. I think the riff and the groove are great. There's a nice bounce to the songs, energetic. The drums are driving, and then it goes into just like full power, and you're just grooving to the song. I think this one's the heaviest song on this record. And of course, the guitar solo is really, really strong. And so, yeah, You're to Blame went into my workout playlist. Just really, really strong. This record has 14 songs. The last one is called Distance. That's a tribute to Eddie Van Halen. The video is definitely a tearjerker. But sorry, I'm letting myself get distracted. My number 2 song on this record is going to go strong 5. It's called Resolve. Wolf is hitting some higher notes in his vocal stylings here. And then I think the first solo is really strong. It has this like bluesy vibe on it. And then this song's more mellow compared to the You're to Blame, but still really, really strong. And it's got a nice energy to it as well. And I think it builds up really nicely into the breakdown. And it's just a cool journey just to get there. So Resolve's going to be number 2, and then I'm going to go with track 7, Mammoth. So again, good energy. I think has a strong message. When you get to the chorus, he's singing anything is possible. Let them think you're unremarkable and then prove them wrong. And I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that's one where you just want to like pound your chest. Like, I'm going to go get this. I can do this. Believe in yourself. The guitar solo it's like as it's going, it has like this circular feel to me. And then a second guitar comes in. And so it just adds more depth to that solo in there. And so I think that's a really, really strong song, Mammoth. But like I said, a lot of songs to choose from. The songs are different in style, but you can tell, they're from Wolfgang, but different tempos. It's a really good record. And if I'm not mistaken, the year it came out, it was in my top 10. I'm just not remembering top 10 records of the year. I'm just not remembering what order I put it in. I think it was in the back half, but I listened to that one a lot and been listening to it quite a bit as I prepared for this video. So now we're going to go Mammoth 2. This one comes out in 2023, so 2 years later. And I'm going to go with, right out of the gate, my favorite song on this record by far is track number 3, Another Celebration at the End of the World. From the get-go, you can just tell this song is going to rock. The guitar comes in, and then it just goes. And Wolfgang does a really good job just building these songs, putting all the pieces together. And so as It's got a great tempo. I dig the riff of the guitar and the bass. Wolf has this more of the grit in his voice for this song, which I think is a nice addition. That maybe is going to be my only knock on Wolfgang, is I would like a little bit more, a little rough. Doesn't have to be much, a little rougher on the vocals, but I think he's an excellent singer and what he's doing is working really well. So that's just my subtle critique, I would say. In the chorus, you get some harmonizing vocals, which I like when you can just have these vocals come in underneath the main singing track, and does a really good job with that. Really strong guitar feels. This one just seems like a concert staple to me. I've watched a few of their live videos on YouTube, and this song's always in there. And you can see the boys rocking to this one, that the musicians he has with them, and then the crowd gets into as well. I think it has a killer breakdown right into the guitar soloing. And then for me, he does his finger tapping on quite a few of these songs, and I just think he's making his pops very proud on that song. Song number 2 that I'm going to go with is track 4. This is Miles Above Me. This is a good rocker. I really like the chorus vocally. Seems like just a really catchy radio song. I didn't look up to see if this one was one of the releases, but very easily it could be. I could hear it on the radio and get airplay. I think this is a tune. It's like not easy listening, but I think anybody could dig the song. And then goes into another great solo, and it has this like bluesy vibe to it, which the more that I start listening to and start dissecting it a little more, is Wolfgang is really versatile in the different types of things he can do with the music. And then the third song I'm going to go with for a Mammoth 2 is track 8, Erase Me. So yeah, another good song, obviously, because it's one of my top songs of the record. The song builds, different guitar parts come in, and they're pieced together just like in expert fashion. The chorus kicks up to the tempo just increases a bit, and then you get, again, this finger tapping solo. I think it's excellent. I think Erase Me is really excellent. I love the solo. And this song is about relationships, and a relationship that had its struggles. And so this is one that, could help you work through some things, I think. And then we're going to go with the release that just came out. I think it's been out for 2 weeks. This is called The End. And the song I'm going to go with first is track number 2, The End. So, brilliant solo to open. You get the finger tapping again. There's a video on YouTube where he's trying to do it on acoustic guitar, playing for maybe the opening of the record. And he jokes about it, but I think he does a really good job even on the acoustic. It just doesn't have the same effects, obviously. But another one of those songs that I'm like, man, if Eddie's watching his boy, Eddie's proud. He's proud of what Wolfgang is doing, and I appreciate that Wolfgang's doing his own thing. This does not sound like Van Halen to me, except you'll get some guitar playing from time to time. This finger tapping, of course, makes me think of his dad a bit, but I think it's a great homage, and Wolfgang's making it his own. So back to the song, you get to the thumping of the bass, grooving, powerful drums. Wolfgang has these smooth vocals which work on this song, and then he's got like I said before, I think if he just added a little bit more edge to the vocals, a little rougher, a little grittier, I would dig that too. But I'm just going to say, keep doing what you're doing, Wolfgang. I'm going to keep buying your albums. So far, 3 for 3. I think you're knocking it out of the park. There's a funk to the bass in different parts of the song too, which I think that's great. Just excellent song. It's obvious why they picked this as the lead single. And then you get to the solo in the latter part of the song, and it just was good. It's excellent. Top-notch work from Wolfgang. Next song I'm going to go with is Selfish, and that is deeper on here. That's track number 9. And so again, him being a drummer too, he just gets this nice drive, this nice beat to it. And then you have different guitar parts coming in to add this like layering effect. I love the energy of the chorus. It's totally up tempo. It's catchy, and the drums are just jamming on here. The riff of "You're Hanging On." It's once you get into that, I'm just in it to win it on this song. It's a cool riff to transition to the verses, and then the vocal layering again by Wolfgang. You can tell he's doing the other vocal tracks on here as well. I like the bass work that leads into the guitar solo, and Wolfgang just rocks, man. And this is a song that you could just see the band jamming to. I don't think I've seen this live performance of this song yet, but I'm hoping for. If I go see Mammoth, this is a song I'm definitely going to want to hear them sing. And then to close out our Wolfgang or Mammoth review top 3 songs, we're going to go with the album opener, One of a Kind. Has a good build to the song, and then it just kicks in with these like pounding drums, full on energy. Wolfgang is a great riff writer, and you feel it on the song. I like the vocal work that he does, the different parts that people are coming in and singing. I say people, it's Wolfgang coming in and singing the different parts. They just have this nice marriage where they work very complementary of each other. And then the song keeps the up tempo, throughout. And then I like the lyric, "Trust me, you're one of a kind." Yeah, good stuff. And then obviously again, I think all of these songs, Wolfgang has a great solo in here. So I dig Mammoth a lot. I'm gonna, whatever they're putting out there, I'm gonna pre-order it. And then I've been watching the live performances too, and you can tell he has good musicians around him. So go out and check Mammoth, Wolfgang Van Halen here. He's an excellent musician and puts out some really, really good songs. All right, y'all. Have a good night.